What's going on, Weekend Hangover Nation? I'm your boy Surf, and I'm back. I'm back with a new series I call End of the Line, or Is There Gas Left in the Tank? It's a new series where I'm going to be looking at veterans who changed teams. To better rephrase that, let me say former stars who are getting up there in NFL years who changed teams. Are they done, or is there a late-stage burst with a change of scenery? I'm going to start the series with Josh Norman. He's a 9-year NFL veteran out of Coastal Carolina. Norman was a hell of a playmaker in college, but didn't test well in that pre-draft crap. I'm going to be honest. I know, I talk pre-draft too, but I'm a on-tape guy. What do you look like on tape versus a John Ross, Mike Mamola, combine workout warriors who ended up being only that? No offense to John Ross. I know injuries have caught up to him, but I wasn't sold on him coming out of Washington going as high as he did. So Norman was a small school guy who, not a great combine, even though he killed it at the Senior Bowl. And he fell to the 5th round of the 2012 draft and was selected by the Panthers. Norman ended up entering a crowded, but not exactly top-heavy Panthers defensive backfield. Names like Captain Munderland, Chris Gamble, Brandon Hogan. Norman broke through, and he played well as a rookie, only to hit a sophomore slump where he fell out of Rivera's corner rotation early. It took Norman until 2015 to really break out into a bona fide household name. He went off that year. 2 pick sixes, 18 pass deflections, 56 tackles. Perfect timing for Norman as well, because he was entering free agency. Panthers kind of played around a bit with signing Norman and ultimately let him walk out the door, which at the time was shocking because Norman was literally the best corner on the planet at that point. Well, at least in discussion of it. In stepped Washington, signed Norman to a 5-year, $75 million contract, at the time making Norman the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. I gotta say, I believe that Norman was a victim of expectation during his time in Washington. He was really good his first 2 seasons in DC. Not amazing, but just really, really good. He put up good stats. He performed lockdown duties. But then Washington entered this weird malaise of not full rebuild, but not really competing either. Under Minuski, the defense was incredibly average until they were downright awful in 2020. I hate Minuski. I think he fucking sucks as a defensive coordinator, but that's just me. So he wasn't exactly surrounded by great defensive pieces, and as we all know, defense is a flow. You can't have a great pass rush without corners being able to cover, and the same with the other way around. If you're not creating pressure, no one can cover. No one can cover for 8 seconds. I don't care who you are. So the last 2 seasons Norman was in Washington weren't good by any metric. Wasn't creating turnovers, something he's been really good at going back to his college days, and he was giving up some big touchdown numbers. 15 over his final 2 seasons, and he only played about a half a season in that final year in 2019. So the Redskins cut ties with Norman at the beginning of the offseason, and Norman signed with the Bills pretty early on. During this shortened Bills camp, Norman is going to be battling it out with Levi Wallace, the incumbent 2-year starter. I feel like Norman can take that spot from Wallace, who to me is an average corner as the second cornerback there. Especially on that Bills team that is aspiring for competing for championships, man. I mean, Buffalo really wants to take that division, really wants to take that next step. They already went to the second round of the playoffs last year, you know. A few things work in Norman's favor. One, he had his best success under McDermott when they were both with the Panthers. So there's trust there. And going from that mess that was the Washington's 2019 team to the Bills defense should do wonders for Norman. Not having to cover as long, not having the weight of being the number 1 guy on the outside, that's big things. So, is Norman done? That's the question, man. Is he done? I'm going to emphatically say no. Don't get caught up in recent memories from Washington or Norman's age. Remember, he was a 25-year-old rookie. I think he's got a lot left in the tank, and I believe it's going to show in 2020. So, Josh Norman rises again. All right, guys, this has been another Weekend Hangover production. I'm your boy Surf. Leave us a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Catch you guys later. Peace.